Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to take advantage of an overloaded piece. So let's get started. You might be asking, what is an overloaded piece? It means that the piece has too many jobs to do. Let's take a look at this position. If we think about this pawn is protecting this rook, and this pawn is also protecting this pawn too. So that means this pawn has two jobs, protecting the pawn and also protecting the rook at the same time. How do we take advantage of this? Well, if you notice, this queen is attacking this rook, but is it safe for this queen to take this rook? The answer is no, because the pawn could just take the queen. That would not be good, right? But is it safe for this rook to take this pawn? Technically, no, because if the rook takes, then the pawn can take the rook back. But in this example, we can get a little bit fancy because taking this pawn is actually a good move. And let me explain why. If the rook takes the pawn, notice that if the pawn does take the rook, is this pawn protecting the rook on d5? No, it's not. So this is how we take advantage of the overloaded piece. Okay, so pawn takes. This rook is not protected anymore, so we can go ahead and just take the rook with the queen, and that is with check. So this is a perfect example of how to take advantage of the overloaded piece. Let's go ahead and see another example, but before I do that, I just wanted to just let you guys know is if you do like watching my videos, I do encourage you to give me a donation. I would greatly appreciate that, and if you do that, thank you in advance. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the next position, and our next position is this. And right now, it is white to move. What should white do? Again, what pieces are we attacking? The knight's attacking this pawn. That's good to know. This rook is also attacking the knight, and also notice this bishop is attacking this pawn. At first glance, it seems like we cannot safely capture any pieces, but why can't this rook safely capture this knight? The reason why is this pawn, right? But as I mentioned earlier, this bishop is also attacking this pawn too. That means this pawn has two jobs. It's protecting the pawn on h6, and the pawn is also protecting the knight on on f6. And because of that, can we take advantage of this overloaded pawn? The answer is yes, we can. Do you see it? We're gonna simply just take the pawn with the bishop, and the reason why we're gonna do this again is because if this pawn does take the bishop, notice this pawn is not protecting the knight anymore, so it's okay. It's okay because now we can safely take the knight. Let's go ahead and see that again, shall we? Pawn is protecting the pawn and the knight, and the rook is attacking the knight. So once we take this pawn, if the pawn takes it, then notice this knight is not protected anymore. Then we can safely just take it, right? Now I'm gonna just let me just give you another example. Let's say that if this rook was like right over here, is it safe for this bishop to take this pawn now? The answer is no, because our rook is not attacking this knight. It's always important to ask, like, if I move here, is it safe? But again, if you don't have a good follow-up, it's not worth it, right? If the bishop takes a pawn, pawn takes, but we are not attacking this knight, so that means that taking this pawn with the bishop in this position, this would not be good for white. Okay, so I hope that this is making sense. Let's go ahead and look at another position, and this is our another position. Okay, in this position, Notice that the rook and queen, they're on the same line, and this queen is attacking this pawn. Notice this bishop is also attacking this pawn. Also, this rook is also attacking this knight. It is not safe for this queen to take this pawn. If this queen was off the board, then we can simply just take this pawn with the queen, and then that would be checkmate. In this position, this queen, it is overworked right now because notice this queen is protecting two pieces. It is protecting the pawn, and this queen is also protecting the knight on a6. Well, guess what we can do? We can simply just capture the knight with the rook right now. Because again, if this queen takes the rook, notice this queen, it's not protecting the pawn on h7. And because of that, we can take advantage of that by taking the pawn with the queen, and then that's going to be a checkmate. So that's why, like when you're playing chess, try to think a couple of moves ahead, or try to pay attention to like what pieces are being captured right now. Okay, so this works, right? But I'm gonna give you an example. Let me give you another example. So let's say like we have, I'm gonna change the position a little bit. So let's say that we have a position like this now. Okay, I simply just move the pawn to h6. Is it safe for this rook to take this knight right now? The answer is no, because if the queen takes it, well, guess what? The queen can't go to h7. This would be a bad idea for white. So taking the knight with the rook in this position, it does not work. But if the pawn was on h7, then taking the knight with the rook does work, because again, this queen is protecting the pawn on h7. It stops the checkmate. So again, if the queen does take, if the queen takes the rook, then the queen can just take the pawn, and then that's checkmate. I hope you found this video to be helpful. And again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I do invite you to subscribe to my channel. Again, donations are greatly appreciated, and thank you so much for watching. See you next Wednesday.